Hello everyone, Steven here. So today I just found out the Meepo Aurora just came out today, quietly, and they didn't really coordinate with any reviewers, and it just kind of quietly came out on their website, and it's ready for order. And this is actually a board that I have been anticipating for quite some time now, because this is kind of Meepo's answer to Backfire's Zealot X, which is a very popular board. This board doesn't seem as powerful as the Zealot X, but is a hell a lot cheaper. And so if you do want something that's still kind of powerful and you want to save more than 50% on cost, and this might be just a board for you. What we're going to do today is to take a look at all the specs compared to other products that Meepo has out and see whether if it's worth the specific price. So let's get started. So let's first start on the look side. This is essentially the Meepo Envy. The underside looks exactly like the Meepo Envy, except for the edges of the board where it's actually an LED. I think that's probably the only difference. Grip tape is a little bit different, and then also the front to the back has these clear bash guards included. This is my biggest criticism of the Backfire Zealot X, is that they didn't have bash guards for them. If you use bash guards, it would block the LEDs, but Meepo's being very smart here, and they just iterated and pushed out these clear bash guards so that the entirety of your board, the entire LED ring, can be seen on this board. So that's very smart. Again, it looks just exactly like the Meepo Envy here. When it comes to the motor, is the dual 2519 watt motor that is exactly the same on the Meepo Envy and also on the Meepo Flow. I have the Meepo Flow, so I can tell you that these motors are quite powerful for this cost. They're not beginner motors. If you get this board will not feel like a beginner board. This will actually feel somewhere in between a super advanced board and the beginner board, but leaning towards more of an advanced board. I was quite happy with how strong these motors are on the Meepo Flow. Now, this board is actually powered by the Hobbywing ESC. It is the Hobbywing 1928 ESC. This ESC is also on the Envy and also on the Flow. I have the Meepo Flow, and I can tell you it is butter smooth. At this point, I just wished Meepo included these ESCs on every single one of their boards, because it's so smooth operationally, and I just absolutely love these. And as for batteries is using Model Cell P42A cells at 363 watt hours. These are actually pretty decent watt hours for the range. Yeah, I'm pretty sure by looking at all the specs here, I'm pretty sure they're using the same battery pack for the Flow, Envy, and the Aurora as well. So you're gonna get terrific range here. Probably not up to 24. You're probably looking at 17 to 18 miles of range if you're 200 pounds and you ride quite aggressively. But yeah, they do use Model Cell P42A, which is great quality cells that you just don't have to worry anything about. The top speed is 32 miles per hour in ideal condition. I think most people will probably get 28 or 29 miles out of, if I were to stand on it with my weight, I'll probably get like 27 to 28 miles top speed, which is pretty insane on polyurethane wheels. I do not want to go any faster than that on, standard street wheels. It's too crazy. And then everything else is pretty standard. This green looks very sick. I don't think they can change colors, but if Meepo, you can make one that changes colors, oh my god, that would be amazing. And also, this board also comes with a gallium nitride 300 watt 50.4 volt 6 amp fast charger. This fast charger that comes free with the board charges your board in just 1.5 hours, completely charges it, right? And usually, I think, as a rule of thumb, the battery charges up to 80% in half the time, and it charges up to 100% using the other half of the time. So using this rule of thumb, it charges up to 80% in less than an hour. If you need just 80% to go home, you can it's under an hour of charging. So that's quite fast, and it comes free with the board. I think this green looks absolutely insane. It looks really good, and the motors that comes with the board. The batteries are of high quality and a great ESC. I think for $799, this board is actually a steal. This looks great. I still do have my Backfire Zealot X. If you guys want me to get this board, unfortunately this time I don't have a review unit, just because I think Meepo's actually being really quiet about the launch of this board this time around. Do you guys want me to review this board? If you guys do want me to review this board, let me know down below. I'll be able to take a look at it, and if there's enough interest, I'll definitely buy this board with my own money if they don't send a sample out, and pit this against my Zealot X and see how it will perform. But in all honesty, if you want to know how this board performs, just go watch a Meepo Envy review and you'll know exactly how it performs. So also, couple things need to point out is that the deck is bamboo, fiberglass, same as the Envy, and the dimension is 38.6 inches long by 11.7 inches wide and 5.7 inches high. It's got a climb rate of 26%, which is not that high in the e-skate world, but it's still respectable for its price. It's got a remote of N5S. I have this remote on my Meepo Flow, and this is a great remote. It fits great in the hand. I have no complaints about it. It's also got an LED screen to show you all the telemetry. It's great. It's got an 8-inch 50-degree RKP truck, reverse Kimpin truck. Usually these are great for carving, not so much for speed. It would be great as a carving board. Max load is 330 pounds, which is great. It's really high, so the heavier guys can probably enjoy this board as well. It comes with 90mm diameter street wheels. I'm pretty sure you can switch this to, your standard cloud wheels. The board weighs 22.1 pounds, which is pretty light. If you're looking at, say, like the Meepo V5, remember it's 17 pounds, so it's roughly about 5 pounds more. Mostly, probably all this weight comes from battery pack. And really, this board looks pretty good. Just let me know down below if you want me to review this board and pit it against the Zealot X. I'll be more than happy to do so. This board looks pretty good so far. Alright, let me know what you think of this board. Is it the right price? Does it look great? Are you going to get it? Also, before everyone goes, I'm raffling out a free electric skateboard on one of my other videos. Just go there, put a comment on it, and be subscribed. You'll be entered to win for that electric skateboard. And thank you for watching, and have a good one.